All right, boys, welcome back to another episode of the Fellowship of the Fleek Fantasy Football Podcast. This week, I'm lucky to be joined by Tyler.
What's going on?
What's up, man? So, on your episode, I'd like to talk about just the new fee, the fee increase and the prize distribution for this year and for the next couple years. So, as everyone knows, we increased it to $50 a person, and what that's going to look like is first place will get 300, second place will get 100, third place will get 50, and then I'm gonna hold $50 for trophy management. So that's like adding the new plate and then shipping it out to whoever needs it, and then I'll pay for the shipping to get it back from them, and then ship it to the next person and all that. So um,
Nice.
yeah. So I don't think that's groundbreaking news, but just so that everybody knows what the prize money actually is. So basically,
Yeah.
second place double your money, and then first place, don't put me on the spot, but yeah, sextupling your money.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So yeah, and with that, we'll go ahead and just get into our catching up with the fellowship section.
Nice.
Okay. So, oh man, I did not change this. That
Oh
should say Tyler.
no. Dang.
My bad. We're already starting off on the wrong foot
I'll
here.
do my best. Oh man. Um, yeah, so it's actually been like I guess we've like had a kind of a hectic year so far, but yeah, in January we live in LA. I don't know if everybody knows that, but we live in LA and we were able to go to Disneyland, and that's me in the Star Wars world. I can't think of what they call it. But the edge of the universe or something like that. But Uh, yeah, that's just me posing on a thing. That was a lot of fun. We were there from like 8 a.m. until like 9 p.m. and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, you haven't seen Jesse's episode yet, but he was also at Disneyland.
Oh,
Um,
he went to land. Nice.
yeah.
Dang.
So is this part
Uh,
of Disneyland, or is this a separate park?
this is in actual Disneyland. There's two parks. There's Disneyland and then there's like Adventure Park or something like that. We did both in the same day, but Adventure Park has like all the Marvel and like Pixar stuff, and Disney has like Star Wars and then like all the Disney stuff.
Gotcha. Yes.
Um, but yeah.
Cool.
And then I didn't have anything for February, but in March we had to fly back to Austin to for your wedding and for our wedding shower was that weekend too. So that was really hectic, like 2 or 3 days for us. And that was the flight back. I'd never been lucky enough to like be in a plane at sunset, so I was like just taking some pictures, and that one looked great.
Yeah. Do you know where you were during that picture?
It was like an hour or two into our flight, so I'm guessing we were
In
like
Arizona,
over,
northern Arizona.
yeah, yeah, maybe New Mexico, maybe Arizona. Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Cool. It makes a beautiful picture.
Yeah. We've been our dog is like insane. He's like a psycho. And so we've been trying to get a second dog for a long time, and so we've been fostering a lot of dogs. So, for a few months we've like had a handful of like dogs that we've been fostering, and this was our one that we had in April. She was a really cute girl. We only had her like a week, and they gave her to us, and then they were like, okay, and her spay is scheduled for tomorrow, so you'll just have to deal with the recovery of that. So we had to like deal with this dog recovering from a spay that we like didn't know. But she was she was a really cute dog.
Yeah, she
But
looks really cute.
all my pictures of her are in a cone. And now she's like living the life. She got adopted by like this like 50-year-old like gay couple in LA, and they had like literally a closet full of like sweaters and stuff for her because they had like a chihuahua that passed away, and so she's like living the life.
Can't imagine a better life.
I know, right? I wish my parents were two gay men in their 50s. That was in June. Alyssa and I we went to this like really bougie Thai restaurant in LA. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, that was like us waiting for them to like get our table ready. Um, and that place was really fucking good. It was like one of those places that does like like 5 courses and
Mm.
brings you wine and all that. Um, that was a lot of fun. And then I think this might have also been, or maybe so that last picture with me and Alyssa, that was in May, and then this was in June. We went camping, which we've wanted to do for a long time, but it's like really hard to do that with a dog, um, or like a dog like our dog. And so we finally like sucked it up and went camping, and that's the first like proper campfire I've ever made. I think I made one as like a kid, but like since I've been an adult, that's the first one I like made from scratch myself. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Our dog hated it. He hated every second of it. He really hated the fire. He thought that he was going to die. And yeah, but I had to hit him with the power pose right in front of it, and yeah,
Wait, and where'd you guys go camping?
it was God, I can't. It was called Tabletop Mountain. And we live in the San Fernando Valley, and it's like in the north of the valley. It was like a 2-hour drive for us. But like we were like, you can kind of tell like in the background of this, like how high we are. Like you can see that there's like nothing behind those trees.
Mm-hmm.
But like we're like really high, and you can see the valley in like all directions. Because there's a valley north of San Fernando as well. So um, yeah, it was really beautiful. It was like really cold, uh, hence me wearing a hoodie in June, and it was also like super windy, so neither of us got any sleep because the tent was like whipping around all night. But it was beautiful. We got a lot of photos, and we learned that Milo can never go camping. So,
So
you know,
not a lot of future camping trips on the books.
yeah, I mean, we might just make him suck it up. We learned a lot. We learned like what he can handle and what he can't handle. But yeah, he did not. He's such a spoiled dog. He was like, I think he was just pissed that he didn't have like a couch to lay on.
Actually, back to the starting a fire. I feel like that's one of those things where you never really realize it until you actually try to make a fire, like later on, that it's way more
It's
difficult than
hard.
it looks.
Yeah. Well, and it was so windy up there that like I brought like I have like a fire starter thing, like a flint that you like strike.
Mhm.
Um, but it wasn't working because it was so windy up there, and so I kind of had to like. Luckily, I had matches and a lighter, so I used like dryer lint as
Mm.
my uh God, what's it called? It's like
Kindling?
it's yeah, kindling tinder and like fuel wood. I had dryer lint as my kindling, and I just kind of like had to use a match to get it caught, and then uh, yeah, I mean, but it took me a while to get that started, but once I started it, it like was like roaring. It was like
Yeah.
really hot.
Well, I've had
Um,
issues where like I've tried to start a fire and then like when you don't build it right, like you'll start to get some fire, but then it dies out
mhm,
because you don't have the right like support underneath
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and I mean this at this point, like I had been doing this for like 45 minutes. Like you can see
All
like
the
how
failed wood that.
yeah. Well, because I realized like, oh, I'm not making my Tinder small enough. So I like had to start like shaving it down a lot more, and I was like doing all this stuff, and
Yeah.
I had like Milo barking and whining in the background, and Alyssa was like telling me how cold she is, and I was like, okay, I'm trying, I'm trying. I swear to God, I'm doing the best I can, you know. Um, so but we got it going. It smelled great. It was a lot of fun. We roasted marshmallows, did s'mores, all that jazz. Made some hot dogs. It was great.
Nice.
Oh, and then this is the other dog that we fostered. His name was Ned. Uh, this dog was like the closest Alyssa and I have ever come to adopting like another dog since we got Milo. And you can see him in the background. He's just like pissed that we're not playing with him and paying attention to him. But Ned was like the ugliest dog ever, and he was like so ugly he was cute. And he was also just like the sweetest dog in the world. You can kind of see his snaggle tooth in
Oh
that
yeah, you can
photo.
see it.
um, but yeah, um, that was just a lot of June was spent. So basically, we had him the first 2 weeks of June, and then when we went on this camping trip, we weren't allowed to bring him. So we had to like take him back to the shelter, and then when we came back from the camping trip, we had to pick him up again, and we ended up having him all of June. He got adopted like the first week of July. Um, so we had him for over. I think we ended up having him for over a month. Uh, yeah, before he got adopted.
So I guess at that point now m- you can kind of feel more comfortable that Milo is gonna be chill with another dog. Like, you with that much time under the belt already.
Like usually it's not him that's the problem. Usually, especially since we want to get a smaller dog, we don't want to have two big dogs because we're living in a small apartment in LA, and so like we want like a small dog that doesn't take up too much space. And the small dogs like he is actually really good at like playing with them because his best friend in the world is a Shih Tzu. Um, but the small dogs, if they've never been around big dogs, they really fucking hate him.
Mhm.
Like they hate him. And so that's like actually been more of the issue. And we also really want to get a dog that will play with him. And we've been kind of unlucky with that. The dogs that we fostered have not really been interested in playing with him.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a big thing that we're trying to look out for. But he's actually been really good with the fosters.
So do you think like you'll keep fostering, and then if you find a foster that matches with Milo well, you'll just adopt, or are you
Yeah. So
what's the plan?
our, I mean, for a long time we were like kind of hesitant to adopt, just because we had two cats and then Milo. And sadly, one of our cats passed away a couple weeks ago. I know you know of this,
Yeah.
but like, she passed away a few weeks ago. And so Alyssa and I have kind of been talking about it, and we've decided like we're gonna wait until after the wedding in October. But after that, we think we're gonna like kind of we're gonna try and foster more regularly, and hopefully we'll adopt one of those dogs. The nice thing about fostering is we can kind of like
Trial
it's
run.
like no commitment, seeing if the dog works in the house, and like everything's paid for. They give us like all the food, they give us the vet bills and all that kind of stuff. So, um, we just kind of watch the dog.
So when you
So
foster, is it like, are you supposed to foster for like a certain amount of time, or is it just as long as you want up to a certain point, and then you can give it back, or like, what is the process for that?
I think it depends on the rescue. There are like foster to adopt programs. So like you foster until you just like to see if it's like gonna work out, and then you adopt them. Um, for us, the rescue that we've been working with has been pretty flexible with things because like the camping trip, like they were super easy about it. They were like, yeah, just drop him off and we'll watch him for a couple days. It's totally fine. I'm sure other where like the shelter we've been working with, they have a shelter, like a physical shelter. A lot of rescues they don't have physical shelters, and so that's why they like need fosters so desperately. Um, so
It's harder to take
uh,
them back.
yeah. So like in that case, like we would have to take him to another foster. Like we fostered a dog in Austin one time, and we like ended up not being able to. We were trying to do a foster to adopt, and ended up not working out. And we had to like drive her across town to another foster because they didn't have a shelter. Um, but yeah, as far as I know, there's no like set time limit. And I mean, we picked up one dog, and she hated Milo so much that we had to turn around and take her back like right away.
Was that her fault or Milo's fault?
Oh, it was her 100%. We took him outside to meet her, and she just like when he was 100 yards away, she was like snarling and snapping.
Oh.
So yeah, she got sent back. She was a bit of a
Did they say
uh,
like, oh, like she's not good with other dogs, or was you think it was specifically something
no.
about
They,
Milo that set her off?
I mean, we think it was all big dogs because she was also
Hmm.
barking at a dog across the street. And then they didn't like update her website or like update her page on their site or anything. Like it just said good with dogs, good with everybody.
Yeah.
So we were like, I mean, we're not adopting her, so it's up to you guys, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, and then you're in that last one.
And I'm wearing
We
the same shirt.
oh, are
That's so
you?
funny.
That's good. Uh,
Jesse's
yeah, we
episode isn't up yet, but he was also wearing the same shirt as one of his pictures.
we're men. We have like 8 shirts. It's
Yeah.
fine. Um, yeah, we rented a cabin and outside of Denver and had a little bachelor weekend last month.
Well, it was your bachelor party.
It was my bachelor party. Yeah,
Uh,
sorry, I undersold that a little bit, but yeah, we just played board games. Got that's the night that is the night we got hammered. That's very early into the night that we got hammered, but um, yeah, we played some Root, played some Machikoro, played some Dune Imperium. Oh, there's Milo. Um, oh, doesn't want me to pet him, just wanted me to look at him. Uh, yeah, that was a great weekend. I'm very grateful for you making it out, and we got to Whitewater, we got to see Superman. Um, we got to eat at the same restaurant like 5 times. Uh, that's not even an exaggeration. We literally did that.
Shout out to Autos.
Shout out to Autos in Fairplay, Colorado. You were the only restaurant in town. um, but yeah, that trip actually gave me such bad acid reflux that I ended up having to go get medication for it, which was sick.
Yeah,
Because
we know about my situation.
we know about your situation, so
Yeah, I think
I didn't.
I'll save that for the July episode, my July recap. But spoiler, maybe foreshadowing. I had a little ER
Yeah,
trip the
yeah,
night
you know
after
that
getting back.
that trip ended up with me getting medicated and you getting in the ER. So
This
and
is
I
30.
yeah, yeah, really. This is partying after the age of 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great weekend, a ton of fun. It was other than like the having to drive everywhere, it was like basically exactly what I uh wanted out of the weekend. So, ton of fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. Um, yeah,
Like from
no.
that weekend.
Yeah, from that weekend. I mean, I guess it was my first time playing Root, which I had a lot of fun playing. And
Great game.
what'd you say?
I said it was just a great game.
Yeah, and then Dune Imperium was also a lot of fun, so I'm hoping to play
Yeah.
both again at some point. Yeah, and I think next week is supposedly our first scheduled remote board
Oh
game
yeah.
night. So I'll
Yeah.
text you guys maybe like Friday or something just to check in and see if everyone's still free, and then hopefully we can do that.
Yeah. That'll be great. Um yeah, and I think I went through like Board Game Arena, just like online board games, and I went through there and like added a bunch of stuff. They didn't have Machikoro, which I was pretty surprised by, but
Hmm,
they have a lot of other good games. So
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, is there anything else you want to share about that weekend, or just anything from since the fantasy ended till now?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean just that. Uh, yeah, the only other thing I can think of is the Whitewater, like having to deal with
Stop.
those girls who kept getting stuck. But other than that, you know,
Yeah, so on our whitewater rafting trip, we were the sweet boat, which is the last boat in the line that has all the like necessary medical supplies in case whatever, someone gets hurt or whatnot. So that boat, I think they put the best guide on, and then they put maybe like the crew that they think will be the most capable at whitewater rafting. So it was just our group of four, and that was it. And then there was this boat that had like a whole bunch of girls that didn't look like they did outdoor activities very much, and they got stuck at every pretty much, I think literally every single junction that
yeah,
you could get stuck at, they got stuck for some period of time. And some period of time is an understatement because it was a long time for a lot
there,
of
yeah,
them.
there were some that were like upwards of 20 minutes
Yeah,
for sure. So like there's a lot of and we had to wait for them every single time. So it was like,
yeah,
um,
yeah. One
yeah,
time we got so behind that like another company's like their like departure, because I'm sure they stagger the different companies in such
yeah,
a way that the routes don't start getting clogged up. And so a whole like next time group like completely passed us because we had stopped so many times.
yeah. And
Yeah.
they all just like went right past the stuck boat. They were just like, well,
Yeah.
you know, um, yeah. But those girls were like wearing acrylic nails, full faces of makeup, had their
Yeah.
hair done. Like we're not being sexist. Like they were literally not ready. They were not
Yeah.
prepared for this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was funny because
um,
the vibes were so high before, and pretty much like 10 minutes in, the vibes were not high anymore.
halfway through, we were just like, fuck these people. Come on.
No, I meant their vibes, not ours.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I was kind of like that. I did still have a really fun time.
No, I had a really fun time too. It just killed the moment. The
Uh,
only thing is the momentum got killed. If we had just been able to do
yeah,
everything in the speed that we were supposed to have been able to do it, it probably would have been twice as fun.
that one girl fell out, but I kind of wish all of them had fallen out so that they could be all like humbled. But it's just that one girl.
Yeah.
um,
Shout out to them
but
if
yeah,
they're watching.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to y'all. If y'all are watching, you know who you are.
uh, all right, I'll go ahead and take this to mine. So, I'm gonna be doing my March. So, oh yeah, so this was the month of my wedding, which is kind of cool, just because the whole reason this fantasy league exists was because of my bachelor party for my wedding. So it's kind of a full circle moment, till now. So this is us getting our marriage license at the Harris County, whatever you call it, city hall
City
or
clerk.
yeah, city
Yeah.
clerk's office. It's funny because like you yeah, I think this is one of those things that I've like talked to like a couple friends and like Vicky about, but like once you like go to college and then like get out and then you start working in like a corporate job, your exposure to like the general population becomes so skewed. And there's very
Yeah.
few places where you just like are interacting and observing like a cross section of the
You're
population.
you're hanging with the plebeians.
Yeah, for lack of a better way to say it, but yeah, and it's always interesting. I don't remember anything specific, but it's just like, oh, like this is like different than the usual people that I see or interact with. But you had some people that were really dressed up because like that was their wedding and like that.
Mm,
It's like it makes you feel more grateful that like wow, like we're able to have the resources
yeah.
to have a wedding, which is in the economy that we live in is not the easiest thing to do. So,
Right.
it's like seeing that, I just like I feel bad for them, and then I'm grateful. And obviously, I don't know their situation. Like maybe they just don't give a shit about weddings, and they just wanted to do that. And, like that's fine too. Um, but yeah, like that. And it was cool because it was kind of like that first step of like all the other fun stuff to come. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's our picture of our wedding, our marriage license. Oh, so oh man, this was on the calendar for a while. So I saw a targeted ad on Instagram, which was perfect for me, but there was a group of like a touring full orchestra essentially that was
Oh,
playing the soundtrack to the original Naruto anime. So like that's like if you were to look at all of Naruto, it's like only the first like third or like first quarter, third to quarter of the series, and it was really cool. I think I've seen like other versions of this, but basically they had like a big screen behind them and it would play like moments from the show and then they would just play the soundtrack live instead of like the soundtrack that would be playing at that same time in
oh,
the
nice.
show.
Yeah.
And they had it like cut well to where the audio from the dialogue was coming in, but like without the recorded soundtrack and then with their live soundtrack.
Mm,
So it was
mhm.
like super well made. They had like I don't know the names of the instruments, but like the special Japanese instruments that they used here and there for certain songs. Um, and it was definitely done by like an American group. It wasn't like people from Japan that like flew over to do a tour. Like they seemed to be all American. Um, and it was great. I was like crying during multiple parts just because I always get very emotional about Naruto and
Nostalgia,
other.
or was it like a
What were you saying?
oh, sorry. Was it just nostalgia, or
Yeah, I
what was
mean
the
yeah, nostalgia is probably the biggest part of it, and then just like, um, I don't know, just like I would say probably nostalgia is the biggest thing, and it's an emotional story too, so parts of that as well,
okay.
and it
Yeah.
was,
I mean, you know I've never seen it, so
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
yeah.
um, because, I mean, I think things from your childhood, like, I think it's like make you more emotional just more easily, but
Oh yeah.
Naruto specifically is like something that was, the story started for me from I think sixth grade, and then it ended sometime a little bit after college. So that was like 13 to like 24, which is like a really long time to be with a
Yeah.
with anything. So I didn't know originally that the experience was just for the first part of the series, which was good because Vicky's been watching Naruto with me. She started like a year or so ago, but she'd only made it through the first part. It's kind of called part one and part two. She'd only made it through the first part, so I was worried at first that she was gonna see spoilers, and I'd have to be like, hey, like cover your eyes during these parts and stuff. But it actually ended at like the perfect time.
So you can see
Yeah, no, I know.
it's like clearly in the shot.
I feel like you're being trying to be sneaky was just more obvious. That's funny. But yeah, it was a great show. I had a wonderful time.
Nice,
Yeah, wouldn't couldn't recommend it more. These were just like two pictures that I found in my camera roll at the time, that I thought were funny.
nice.
But these are both Severance references. But in our new office, they have a wellness room, which is a room for like mothers who like may be breastfeeding, so they have like a room that they can go pump in.
Mm,
And then we randomly saw a Lumen Avenue, and so like I just took pictures of both of them. And Tyler's actually the one who put me on. Actually, maybe
did
that's
I?
not the right word,
I
but
think
you're the first person to recommend the show to me. But like
okay.
you had recommended it like way before I ever actually watched it because I didn't have Apple TV. But I'd always
Yeah,
knew like, oh, Tyler was the one who told me to watch this show. So, and that
yeah.
is still the like Vicky and I's favorite show that we've watched together, like both watching for the
Nice.
first time. So, um, yeah, thanks for the recommendation. And if you haven't seen
Good
Severance, I
to know.
mean, I don't know what you get on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. Oh yeah, so like my funny like Severance story is that like I just kept hearing like how good it was, and like I love Adam Scott and John Turturro and like all the people involved, and so I like watched it on a whim. And I think I had like Apple TV free for like 3 months because I like had gotten an iPhone or something, and uh the like last episode or the second to last episode, uh the brother-in-law, Adam Scott's brother-in-law on the show, his personal assistant like comes out to hand him a water, and I was like, holy shit, that's my friend Rajat. Um, and that's how I found out that like one of my like childhood best friends was writing on the show. uh, he like yeah. So clearly we talk all the time, but that was a cool. That's like my really cool like little like I actually know somebody who worked on Severance. So I don't think he worked on season 2 at all, but um, yeah, love Severance.
Yep. Um, yeah, I think that's out there. And then obviously, yeah, the big one got married. So, um, the wedding was amazing, perfect. Couldn't have asked for anything really, anything else. Um, yeah, had all the close friends, family, everything went without a hitch. Vicky and I are just like, if we could just relive those 2 days like over and over again, we would. Just so
Yeah,
happy, so much
that's
fun,
great.
vibes are
Man.
amazing. Um, so yeah, did you look through the pictures or did you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Um, yeah, that was awesome. I haven't downloaded like them yet. We have the ones you sent in the thank you card on our fridge. Because they were both like I don't know if this was intentional, but you sent both of them that you sent were like very funny.
Those are just
Uh
the only ones I had of you.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just like I was making a really weird face in one of them, and then I guess I had one of the cameras, so like I was doing a lot of the taking, but uh yeah, and then the one of Alyssa and I don't know the woman in the shot, but Alyssa has like really like scary red eye
Yeah.
because they're film photos, and
Yeah.
it was just really she hates it, but I think it makes her look like she's like in True Blood or something like that. So
Yeah. I
um,
was so happy with how the disposables turned out. I think we ended up losing only three, which I think is pretty good. So I think we had 24
nice.
cameras total and we got 21 back. So, don't know what happened to those other three, but majority of the pictures
Yeah.
turned out really good. I think out of those 21 cameras, we probably had like half a camera worth of like unusable photos. Somewhere between like
Oh, nice.
half to
Yeah.
one. But like
Yeah.
everything else was like exposed decently enough that you could see the photo. And there were a few that were really good. Kyle, I think, took the best pictures because
Oh,
like
really?
I could they're like you never know for sure who took which photos, but every
Yeah.
camera's photos like I have isolated individually. And so there was one photo of like him and his date. And so I kind of figured like that was his camera and like those pictures were all great. I mean Kyle does a lot of photography and stuff too. It's
Yeah.
tougher to tell like all the other photos or all the other cameras like I have no idea who took what, but his I was pretty sure. And so he took a lot of really good photos and yeah. But yeah, get the
Awesome.
download them before like I put in there like please download by
I
September because they're like taking up
yeah.
space on my like I have them on Google Drive basically twice because I have them like in mind for like
Oh, and like
our
public and
and then I
yeah.
have that public one so like I need to delete those at some point.
Yeah, I need to I went through them when I first got the links and I need to go back through.
Yeah. So
So I'll do that
PSA
soon
to
here.
everyone in the fantasy league, download the picks by September 1.
Yeah, that's a really good idea too,
Yeah.
to
Do you
like
think you want
send
to
me
do
QR
anything like
code.
that for yours? It's kind of expensive because
Yeah,
like I
we'll
think
see.
the lab that we go to, it probably works out to like $20 a roll for developing and scanning.
So we actually have like 4 Polaroids right now.
Just that you
Cameras.
own like your personal Polaroids.
So yeah, so Alyssa's bosses, they had Polaroids from when they got married, like 5 or 6 years ago, just like sitting in storage. So they gave those to us, and then we had one already. And so we think we might get like a couple more, and then get some film, and just have those like sitting on the tables.
Okay.
But I mean, like we want people to like. It's hard because like we want the photos ourselves, but we also want people to take the photos and
And
be
have
able to take them, like have
yeah
them as mementos. So like
yeah
it's yeah.
yeah
I think that's something like we still need to like nail down on and see if that's like um financially feasible because Polaroid film's like insane.
yeah
Um, but yeah, I mean I love like just like the liveliness of film photos.
same. I mean that's why I've pretty much completely switched over to film. Like I haven't shot like we the last time I took my digital camera for an actual trip was to our on our New York City trip in I want to say it was like fall of 2024. So it was like almost a year ago now or maybe even 2 years ago and I like I sorted through like the ones I wanted to edit and then just like never edited them. And I don't really post to Instagram much anymore. I think mostly because one like Instagram kind of just went to shit and tried to become TikTok, so it was like pushing
Yeah,
reels and like not really focusing on photo content anymore. And it's like, you know, I wasn't doing photography just to post it, but like the only reason to post it is either to show my friends or to get engagement. And so the engagement went away, and I was like, well, I still enjoy taking the photos for myself. I just don't post them.
yeah.
Yeah.
We I like to I print most of like the
Mhm.
really good photos that I take and I put them on the walls
Yep.
because it's
Yep.
like I'm proud of these photos. So
Yeah.
um, and I have like a pegboard behind my desk that I'll like or like a tack board
Yeah.
behind my desk that I'll pin things to.
Yeah, so
Um,
I have my film camera and I shoot. My goal is to do like one roll a month so that I have like
oh,
roughly, you know, pictures just throughout our life and I want to like scrapbook and stuff. And we've done like one scrapbook. So I think we have like all of 2023 in a scrapbook of like photos I've taken on film, which is really cool, but we're kind of behind and need to get back on that.
nice. What film do you use?
I usually shoot Portra 400 just cuz
Okay, so it's like
400 is
20
really
bucks a roll.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
about. If
that's
there's a
pretty like
sale, then
yeah,
maybe I can get it for less. But yeah, I'd say probably $20 a roll and then $20 for developing. So $40 a month for just like the photo part of it, and then if we need to print, maybe call it another 10. So $50 a month for just like photography and capturing our lives and stuff like that. And yeah, like I feel
nice.
like the that quality of film. I mean, it's really just nostalgia because that's how the photos looked when we were kids.
Yeah,
And it's really just it's kind of artificial in a sense because it's just chemicals on a thing. But I don't know, I really
yeah,
like the idea of the natural process of photography versus just like digital. And now with AI photos coming, it's just like I feel like digital photos mean so much less now, and film
yeah,
still has like some kind of trueness to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of gotten to the point to where like I still shoot digital a lot just because I have so many lenses for my digital cameras.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have like a point and shoot film camera that I'll take with me. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I still shoot digital, even though I prefer the look of film, but um, yeah, just the financial and time investment is so
Mhm.
great that
Did I tell you
I'm
that
just
I did
like,
a film processing class,
oh, like just
like
for fun.
development? Yeah. So
Nice.
the place I go to here in Houston, I should give a shout out to them, Flats. Nathan goes there too. I put him on there, but it's like a local small business, and they do classes and they process and scan your film. Um,
Nice.
they do classes all the time, and I took one just because like, the first question like anyone that usually doesn't shoot who asks is like, oh, do you develop your own film? And I always feel kind of lame saying no because like it's a lot of work and like you need to have
Oh,
like
so much
it's
work.
very expensive too because of
Also very
all the
expensive.
stuff you need and the chemicals, and if you don't know what you're doing you can just screw everything up, and it's a lot of time. And so I've for that reason I've avoided it, but I need to I've always was like I need to at least have done it so I know what goes into it at some point. So I did that sometime this year, I think. I'm pretty sure it was sometime this year, and it was fun. I mean, it was a lot of work. Like I like I said, I even if I had like the perfect sized room, like I don't think I would ever get into doing it myself just because the amount of time that it would take, it's not worth it for me. I'd
Yeah.
rather pay someone else to do it.
Yeah, I've looked into like because you have to treat the film and then you have to like scan it and
The scanning is also a lot of work too, man.
well, and film scanners are like insanely expensive and you can get like really nice like just commercial scanners that don't like not specifically for film, but like
Yeah.
it's still really expensive. So yeah,
Yeah, so I
I
actually bought a scanner because at first I thought, okay, I won't develop the film myself, but let me at least scan it myself. And that was more of like a let me try to save money thing. And so I bought like a $300 scanner from Best Buy. Because I didn't want to, I mean, that's still a lot of money, but I was like, I can't afford, I'm not going to spend more than this at this time until I actually see how this goes. And one, it was like a lot of work because like you have to put this film like on the bed in like a holder and then make sure it doesn't move, and then you scan it, and then you have to do all this other stuff to like flip the negative and then like color correct and all this other, like it's super time consuming, and that the quality of that $300 scanner is really bad compared to what I
yep,
was getting at the film lab, like just much worse. So it's like, well, I'm not accepting having a lower quality version of my photos. Like it's not worth it. Like I need the best quality that, or like I need good quality at least. So then I
yeah,
was like, okay, I'm not gonna scan myself. And then I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not developing myself. But yeah,
yeah. Film photography. It's a really fun hobby. That sucks. So
yeah, that was a long tangent. Okay, so
I know. I know.
the last photo here, we just went to this really good burrito place called Doña Letty's in Houston. Um, and their burritos are huge. It's like, and when people say, oh man, you can go to this place and like it's two meals. Like that usually doesn't apply to me just because like I can eat a lot of food. But this place
Yeah.
it applies to me. Like I
Oh wow.
cannot eat a whole burrito here. Like unless like you'd have to pay me money to do it, and then like I might be able to, and I would be regretting it afterward. But
Mhm.
like just on a normal, how much I like half a burrito is a meal for me. It's that big.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
It looks good.
it was delicious. So I don't remember why that day we had it on our list for a while, then we just finally went.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, so that's all I have on the photos. And I wanted to ask you just like, the one topic I kind of have is your wedding's coming up. So I wanted to ask you how wedding planning's going, and what else you want to talk about regarding that.
Yeah, I mean it's going all right. I just got my suit last week. I have a ticket to get tailored. We're like kind of in like the final throes of it at the moment. So like it's just like a lot of small stuff that we have to take care of.
And how many
Like you were
days
saying
or
earlier.
weeks are we out?
Uh, I mean I can do the math, but we're about 2 months and 2 weeks um out. It's October 16th is the wedding day. Um, yeah, I mean, like we're gonna have to go get our marriage license soon. I was doing a little bit of research on that last week. We have to, get. We're doing our own. Alyssa's doing like. We're not doing as many flowers. We're doing like plants because like our wedding's gonna be at like a nursery kind of like or not nursery but like kind of like a it's very like plant forward place. So we're doing like plants instead of flowers. We're doing a little bit of flowers, but not as many as most weddings. And then uh, yeah, I mean, really, it's just kind of like dotting the i's and crossing the t's at this point. We have like all the big stuff taken care of. Uh, she needs to get her. She's getting some like small tailoring done on her dress. I'm getting some tailoring done on my suit. And yeah, our invitations just went out. People are starting to RSVP, which is exciting. We're starting to get people asking why we didn't invite certain family members. That's really fun. um, you know, that it, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait. It's really exciting. Oh wow, did you hear that?
No,
My my throat made like a really loud, nasty noise. Uh, but yeah, I mean, we're really excited. I think we're both like a little bit stressed about like all the stuff, but
for sure,
you know,
for sure.
I think that's just how weddings are. And
Yep.
we're incredibly lucky that we are like, her dad's helping us pay for it, and like we're just incredibly lucky in that way too.
Um, yeah, and then you mentioned to me you wanted to chat a little about UT football, so let's get into that.
Oh, it's coming up. I'm seeing fall camp videos of Arch Manning throwing the football. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that on Saturdays. We're going to Horseshoe, first game of the season. I'm like terrified of that game, just as like a somebody who's been a Texas fan my entire life, and I've seen us lose a lot of games like that. But I've also been lucky enough to see us win a lot of games like that. Um, and in 2005, when we won the national championship, we did not open the season in the Horseshoe, but our second game of the season was in the Horseshoe, and we beat their asses. Um, and then we ran the table and won the Natty. So here's hoping that we can do that again. We have Colin Simmons, the best defensive player in the country. We have Arch Manning, hopefully the best quarterback in the country. We'll see how he does his first year as a starter. CJ Baxter's coming back after a torn ACL. Uh, we have a super
Do we still have
talented, super
Wisner,
young.
or is he gone?
Yeah, Wisner's our back. Well, some people are saying Wisner's going to be our starter. I think he'll end up being our second string,
Or it'll just be
like
like a
cheap,
two man
cheap to
two
pace
man
guy.
show kind of thing.
Yeah, because Baxter's more of a like power back. Um, but Baxter was a 5 star coming out of high school, so he's like crazy good. He's just been kind of struggling with injuries his whole time at Texas. Our wide receivers are amazing. We have a tight end coming in. I think we have a tight end who transfers from somewhere. He's supposed to be really good. So the offensive line's really talented. They've just never started before, so we'll see how they do. And then the defense is loaded. We have Anthony Hill and Colin Simmons, two of the best linebackers in the country. So, um, yeah, I'm just really excited. I think this could be our year finally.
Yeah, there's
We'll
a
see if
guy
Arch Manning can do what Quinn could never do.
there's a guy at work
Although
who
Quinn's lighting up Dolphins camp.
I just saw that today actually that he was lighting up Dolphins camp. So I mean I wish the
Yeah,
best for Quinn. He gave me for sure the best time as a UT fan. He started in 2013 that I could watch, and Sam Ellinger's a close second I think. And that's all I've had. So I love
yeah.
Quinn. I feel like if he didn't get that abdominal injury this past year, I think he would have performed a lot better. I don't think we got to see his best in the last year, so we know Tua's probably gonna get hurt at some point. Nothing against him, but maybe we'll get to see him play.
When Tua's brain breaks, we'll see Quinn.
Yeah.
We'll see how long his brain lasts this season. It's like a Slurpee in there.
Uh, yeah. So, what is Ohio State's like what I forgot what they call it, but like the before the season starts ranking.
They're not
I can
like
look it up
they're
too.
not. Yeah, I think they're top 5. Their quarterback's supposed to be really good, but he's also a first year starter. Um, and I think he's a 5 star, but he was really disappointing in their spring game. I was kind of in the like reading all the rumors and stuff.
They're ranked one.
Uh, oh, are they? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they probably will have the best defense in the country. So
Those Ohio State,
I
Notre
think,
Dame, Oregon, Texas right now.
oh, that's kind of crazy. Whatever. We'll just have to dick them all down and show them who we are.
It's so funny because like when it comes to sports, it's like you never get aggressive. Like you're not an aggressive fan of anyone that we ever talk about except for UT. So I'm never used to like hearing you talk like that.
I went to every single UT home game from like 1999 until like 2011, 2010 maybe. My dad got laid off and we sucked. It was like the year we went 5-7 with Gary Gilbert, and so my dad was like, "We're not gonna renew our season tickets this year." Um, so I've been to like so many UT games. I've seen us win. I've seen us lose. I've seen us get the shit beat out of us by Maryland.
I was there.
You know, oh my god.
Which OG?
Yeah, brutal. I mean, hey, you know what? That was probably the highlight of Joji's football life, though. So shout out to you, Joji. You know, maybe someday you guys will win an actual consequential game, but we'll see. uh, yeah, man, I don't know what it is. I mean, my way too much of my self worth. So
Wait, your audio cut out right when you said that. You said way too much of your self worth. What?
I was just wrapped up in UT football.
Yeah.
So not healthy. Alyssa hates it, but you know,
It's healthier than being a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'll tell you that.
I it's been a rough past couple of years for Dallas fans, so I'm glad
What do
I'm
you mean
not a
couple?
Cowboys
What do you
fan.
mean couple
I'm
years?
I'm glad I'm not a Mavs fan. I mean, every single one of your franchises hate you guys.
I think
Like
the
they
Stars
do
are
everything
okay.
they can.
The Rangers won the World Series last year, or the year before.
Did they?
Yeah,
The Rangers?
yeah.
Oh,
I think it was last year. It was either last year or the year before.
no, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the Stars, I think,
well,
were in the semifinal, or they were in the Stanley Cup, or the one right before the semifinals or something. But yeah, no, I hear you. Overall, Dallas sports is rough
that was 2023, I think.
for the Rangers.
hmm Yeah,
Nice.
2023. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm ready to get out there and support a team that lets me down in the biggest game, and uh, yeah, let's go get them.
Nice.
Arch Manning, second coming.
And honestly, that's a great way to sign it off because it's 11 and I do have to go. So
Oh
we're gonna
yeah,
sign off here.
I didn't think we were gonna go so long. All
Yeah.
right,
Peace out,
I'll talk to you
guys.
later. See ya.